right, so this one, it's kind of hard. It's kind of a little weird to get the picking pattern for it, but a lot of the kind of folk style guitar stuff is because you've got to use finger picking. But I'm going to try to show you two ways to play it. I'll show you a way that's a little bit easier, just in case you don't want to do it this way. But I'll start with the way I just played it first, which I believe to be totally accurate to what's on the recording. If I missed something, let me know, but I think this is it. So what you want to do is we're going to start with a G chord, a really simple G chord. So you're just going to take your ring finger and set it on the 3rd fret of the low E, and your thumb is going to cover the finger picking rules that I've always lived by. Is that your thumb covers the low E, the A, and the D. Okay, most of the time. This is most of the time. So thumb covers low E, A, and D, and your index finger covers the G, middle finger covers the B, and ring finger covers the high E. So those, your index, middle, and ring finger are just assigned to always pluck those strings, the G, the B, and the high E. I don't think we need to pluck the high E in this song, but that's just how I've always done it. So thumb covers E, A, and D. Index, middle, and ring finger cover the G, the B, and the high E. Okay, so you're going to start with your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the low E. So if you strum that, you know, that's a very simple G chord. So what you're going to do is you're going to pluck with your thumb. Okay, you're going to pluck with your thumb on the E. Then you're going to pluck simultaneously. Your thumb's going to come down and pluck the D. And at the same time as you do that, you're going to use your middle finger to pluck the B. So you've got, all right. Now, right after you do that simultaneous pluck on the D and the B, you're going to do an arpeggiation that goes. So that was just index finger on G, thumb on D again, middle finger on B. Okay, so you've got one more time, a little slower. Okay. Now keep that pattern in mind because that's the picking pattern you're going to use. I think for all this, I think it's all just going to be that pattern, but just moving to different chords. So the next chord is an E minor chord, but it's an abbreviated thing. We're just going to put our middle finger on that 2nd fret of the D string, okay? And we're going to do the exact same plucking pattern as we just did. So your thumb, again plucking E, thumb jumps down, plucks D simultaneously with B. Little arpeggiation, so you've got all together. All right. Now, leave your middle finger there on that 2nd fret of the D for that E minor shape, because it needs to stay there for the next chord, which is basically like a G suspended. So your ring finger is now going to set back down where it started in the song. So your middle finger's on 2nd fret of D, ring finger sets down 3rd fret of low E, index finger now sets down on 1st fret of B. So you get kind of a C or an A minor 7 shape, but with your ring finger down here on the low E. And you guessed it, you're going to do the same pattern. Yeah. Sorry. But 2 times. So you're going to do that pattern 2 times. Let's see. Except for the very end of the pattern. Okay, so this is where it gets a little tricky. And I'm sorry, it's kind of weird. So just listen to me play it one more time, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we got. Okay, you hear that? So I finished out the arpeggiation part the second time. By letting off with my index and middle finger so that I'm plucking open B again, like I did on the G chord. So what that does is kind of sets you up to go back to the beginning of the riff again. So now listen to me play it twice. I'll play through it a couple times real slow. So you got. Hear that? So it's the same plucking pattern. It's just that you're letting off to get that open B string right before you go back to the G. So one other thing I heard in the song, and then I'll show you a little bit easier way to try it too if you're a super beginner. But one other thing I heard in the song is that I think it just goes like this on the choruses, or maybe it's the pre-chorus and the chorus where it switches to this pattern. But it's the same plucking pattern, it just switches chords quicker. So it's like, so it goes, rather than hanging on that G suspended and doing that, it actually hangs on the G suspended just for one time, then right back to the G, and then it starts over on the G. Does that make sense? I know that's kind of weird, but so listen to that section one more time. So it's pretty much the same. So here's the verse. I'll play the verse first. So you got. The verses. Now the pre-chorus or chorus thingy. See that? It just goes right back to the G and then plays the G again to start it over. So hopefully that didn't make things too confusing, but just two little sections in the song, that's it. So now, let's say you want to play this, you want to simplify this, you're a super beginner, so you could do something like this. So what I did there to simplify it was just you pluck the low E. So you're going thumb on low E, middle finger B, index finger G, back to thumb on E. And then ending on that B. So you've got. And then just no chord or anything. Same exact plucking pattern, E, B, G, E, B, and then ring finger sets down 3rd fret of the low E again, index finger 1st fret of the B, then start over. And then for the second section, the pre-chorus chorus section, it would be. Right. All right, so go ahead, hit the like and subscribe button if this lesson was helpful for you, and I will see you on the next video.